for some... No! Wait. The weird double-clicking thing. Oh no. Is it working now? Yeah, okay. So now I tried the beginner game's guide. Probably should check chapter select to see how long this game is. But something different. Last in the mouse, okay.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote the Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Okay.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Okay.
So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made. Until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since.
That's sad.
And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together. Is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Okay, November 2008. This machine says active. Evacuate me. Oh. Ah! Oh, I can shoot! Yeah!
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Oh, I can use E instead of the mouse button. I used all my bullets. That. Okay. This says active. Am I on a time limit? Or I probably stopped messing around. Whoa.
Security hull breached. Hostile alien
What?
life forms inbound.
I don't...
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For
It
instance,
probably
there's
was,
this gun,
I assume.
which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere.
No.
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Okay. Thanks
But
for the
ultimately,
information.
we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather
Not
than
what they
for
should
what
have
they're
been.
not.
Enemy
Yeah.
force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Yeah. Oh, you can! Can you see the top? No, you can't see the top. Oh, there's the door. Oh, you can't see the top. It's just a
Apparently,
maze.
this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Cool. Am I gonna find the Minotaur?
There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Can I go back?
Or, if you'd really like to solve the labyrinth, you're welcome to do that too.
Okay. Yeah. This is gonna be a standing parable. I'm not going to... So, I'm not gonna use my time on that.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Yeah. I get that. Engine room. Oh, no gun.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. You could disrupt it by introducing
Yeah.
a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam.
Oh.
It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Would you give yourself?
Nuh-uh. No. I mean, if I have to. Oh, I can jump here too! Why am I surprised? And I'm
Let me pause
dead!
here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level.
Yeah.
But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Oh. I see. So I am here. Oh, actually, I kind of like this more. You see the
beam causes you to
universe.
start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel
beautiful.
in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Okay. Yeah. This is neat. I can see where I've been! That's the same joke everyone
So
makes.
it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Keep changing. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. Wait. Wait, the future's always behind her. How will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
It's there. It exists. Oh! Oh, I can move normally now. You are now entering...
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Okay. Oh.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early
Edge,
games.
edge, edge,
He would really
ledge,
document his
ledge.
work as he was making it.
Oh, okay.
Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Stairs. Wait a second. Oh, okay, there's 3 towers. Oh. Oh, I'm going slower.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone,
Okay.
why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. Can't I do that slowly either way? 3 hours. You're shot there by St. Wesley. The office you collect them all. Stranger appears. You can't find the posters.
And nice.
Your play is loud by the sound, lying and confusing people. Boom, two reasons just let them do nothing but jump blocks to explain what's happening. The game giving you direct instructions on how to play. You are a gate. A normal game where you have to scream into a mic every 15 seconds to keep playing. Players a pair of floating eyes, meaning
but that it takes time to really see
one
that.
game and knocks the door and
It can
puts
be a
separate
very
game.
slow climb to get there.
Oh! Okay. Press U to surrender. George trying to eat some says you were trying to eat the sharks. The name was meant to beat the... You construct a... No! 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 I'm interested here. No! Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to realize that this is... Oh! Oh, I'm...
Well, this is new for Coda.
Okay, this
it's
is...
an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Just flip the lever. What if you just... Oh! Okay, I
Forget that
thought...
solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
I thought the key was just locking yourself in there and... That's neat. Whoa. Okay. Orange. Half-Life. Cool. That's just a door I can't interact with.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end.
No, there's
Simple
more.
enough. Right. Now I'm going to modify the game
he's...
again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
I didn't even press enter! Oh!
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing.
I just
I
clicked!
actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic
rich exterior. Yeah.
Either way, I think that the point is is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, Then what is it?
It's perceive. Oh. Oh, not another path in the woods! You are now exiting.
Aha. So,
Oh.
this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda
Okay.
believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in
yeah.
between this and the entering
like
game.
the same
There's a
thing.
bigger picture that all of his
Oh.
games are meant to play a role in. Some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them.
Oh,
And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
I might end up replaying this a lot. The Great and Lovely Descent. Oh. Is that the hill?
Let's
I
talk
see a
about video game
crease.
development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines
Yeah.
what the game can and cannot do. So in
I
other words,
get
the
that.
engine is a set of tools for game development.
Streetwise Fool. It's sort of
To
the
make all of these
way
games,
this stuff
Coda
works.
is using an engine called Source. Like all engines,
Oh,
Source has
the-
certain things that it does well, and
Yeah.
it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well
like that-
is boxy linear corridors.
Okay.
That's
The
why
Valve
so
one.
many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just
Yeah.
because he's working with
That's
what
what
the engine
Source
does well.
is for.
The tools available to the creator shape what
Oh.
kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might
Yeah.
consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games to notice how they seem to
nothing
stem
there.
from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Oh. Wait! Wait! No! Why do I suck so much at 3D platformers? Oh, it funneled me. Thank goodness. Oh, it's like there's a glass pane there, but... Oh, there is. Wow. Curves! Oh. Maybe I need to... Oh. Oh, it's an elevator. Oh.
This prison,
Oh.
funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go.
Huh.
If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work
Yeah.
goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an
like
empty
this.
box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere.
Oh.
There wasn't.
That. Oh. This. It's. Oh. Why is this hitting me? Oh, the slightly delayed footsteps sound. Oh, it's the
the
same
puzzle
lever.
again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Yeah. It's just something.
There's still no clear
Interesting.
indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very
Is it
shortly.
just looking back to see the future? Closing off the past to move on to who you will be? Showing that who I was, it doesn't indicate who I'll become. Fuck, man. Ah, man. Why you gotta do this to me? I'm starting to realize why.
Here, Coda begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
There was... Oh! Okay. Shoot! Fuck! Ah! What? Oh, world stamped with whiteness. Yeah. 2 doors and switches. That was the last thing I did for coming here. Yeah. Oh. But I do remember how I solved it. But it's a one-way door. You can't open from... Oh. Yeah. Oh. But... I mean... Yeah. Between the doors. Yeah, feeling strange. Oh. This is abstract, but in the best way possible.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
If it weren't for Mr. Reedon guiding me through all this, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm sorry.
It's a lamppost.
That's it.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think.
Something new.
I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long.
Yeah.
Now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them.
I am ready to pack bond with this lamppost.
That idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Okay, so this is the end. I don't want... This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. Are the notes you see are left by other players? Wait a second, is this actually... Nice room, no. Hey, that's mean. This is actually... I like this design.
Off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda.
Aw, that's sad.
This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention.
Everyone read this. Hey.
I was over enthusiastic.
This
But
makes
he was
me
very gracious
sad.
about it and
Me
very
too.
patient with me.
The guy over
And
there
I
wrote
cooled off
much
eventually.
wrong.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is gonna
Yeah, I
happen
can
if you read
type
all of them.
here.
Either
I don't
way,
think anything
to me,
other than
it conveys
hey.
loneliness. I see this person who's filled with
Why?
thoughts and feelings and beliefs
space,
and
serious
has no
sympathy.
way to express them
Cool.
except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be
This
played.
summer, you'll believe blue speech bros can talk. Do you feel like a hero yet? This game's so nice.
But it's ironic, isn't it, that in playing this game and seeing how
Don't be
alone
afraid.
Coda often felt, that we get to know him
care?
better and actually kind of connect
Saw a
with him.
flying penguin.
And I have to be
Let me tell
honest
you,
with
something
you,
just
this
insane.
idea is really
I don't
seductive to me. That I could just
feel like living. There's nothing.
play someone's game and see the
never
voices
see
in
again
their
if
head
nothing-
and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy
I must
in-person
do
socializing.
that.
I could just get to know you through your work.
Oh,
I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so
William
much.
Gresham concrete
Is because
here.
it felt like they let me have that connection. It felt as though
Damn
he was
it.
inviting me personally into his
See,
world.
what's one I did
And then I feel less lonely too.
define fun? I'm king of the world. Oh. What the? Oh. Hey. Guarantee there's an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Whoa. Hey, it's been known for someone to talk with. I refuse to believe. But damn it! It's like he's. I think it's the free man. Yeah, it's like he's. This is very believable as online people. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. A free T-shirt. Need to decide door why you. Next game includes door. Can't open door. Thanks. Open sesame. Door how open. Someday I'll meet the person who made this. I hope you because of the internal good feeling I get. Yeah! New room! The chimes, they keep you going, don't they? Aw, same random blue speech bubble. So you're writing something, don't want to feel judged. It's not very crowded here. Go in there and think, don't bother. Well, congratulations! I don't really know where to go with it. Aww. A game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. This is where I get... Where he what? Failed to write anything here? Wrong. Very much a success. He is compelled. Stop pressing for a result in misery. Take my hand, let's jump together. No. No. Cabbage shapes our nation. What is that painting? Doesn't matter if you ever get over there. Hey, don't talk about me that way. Very good game. I think this is not going anywhere. Huh? Next time I will do better. I need someone to talk to. Is this a note? Don't listen to the other notes. Huh? I'm not saying. Oh. Today I learned you cannot follow. Ethical. Huh. I saw a person going down there. Now it won't come back. Devil Tower Star. There's whispering! Why is there whispering? Well done, all of you. Painting, what does it mean? To roommate this has issues. Yeah, I can tell, but I have the same issues, so I don't care. Stop faking it. Art. It is, isn't it? This is going just hanging. Trying to speak. Thanks how things look messy from up close and perfect from far away. Yeah. Here it just looks like dots. Oh, the way it blurs is. Oh. Yeah, I know. Go on. Stop pretending you are other people. Spoilers, it doesn't mean anything. So this game is pretentious and you also... Damn! You did not need to even say that. Devil Tower Star. Maybe I'll feel real someday. He was himself the most horrible creature he could imagine. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. There's your reason for it, though. This hair was secret, you kept it well. I beat the game. More room.
At the end of this level, we're going to
Good
see
of
the
writing
puzzle.
something.
And here,
Don't want to
I'll
feel
tell you what I
judged.
think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents
Escape,
an idea
escape,
that was
didn't
on
escape.
Coda's mind at the time that
He
he was
cut it
made.
up and spread it
And
between
the puzzle
worlds.
is a way of closing the door on a
Almost
previous
there.
chapter of his life before
I have seen
moving on to
everything.
the next
I have traveled the world. I have never told anyone. I wish there were these notes in real world. I'm gonna start even post-it notes in random places. Screw it. Become one with the spiraling nonsense. Downward. Keep
In each of
digging.
his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult,
You close your
Coda
eyes
can
and
then
wish for
place
it
this
really
puzzle
bad.
that he knows has a reliable solution.
Almost
he
at the end.
understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Does this puzzle have a solution? Oh, what do I do? Help. Help. This doesn't make sense. The second door won't open. How do you solve it? Developer, answers
And
please.
because there's this dark area between the doors,
No
the
interesting.
space
I'm
between
going to start
spaces,
later, guys.
before you move
Not so
on,
bad
you
in
get
here.
to pause,
No solution.
just
There's
for
no
a
second
moment,
switch.
a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect
Oh, I can
the
crouch.
pieces together,
Huh.
to grasp at that
Shoot.
elusive bigger picture.
So, instinctively pressing the crouch button and it working? Oh, shoot. It's impossible from one side but not the other. How do you leave notes? Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need to talk to me. Speak, 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 speak. Hey, oh, no.
This one is tough. It's gonna kind
Okay.
of just spin its own wheels for a few
That-
minutes. Hang with it.
Spins on wheels. Well, I guess that's hard to assume this is that casting couch. Nyeh, I crouch on the couch. Every one of these is abstract in its own way. Whoa, am I getting lag spikes in the beginner's guide? I mean, I'm not surprised, but I could run Fallout 4, but I can't run this game that I was told is... I was told this game is small, but it makes me feel small, that's the thing. Thor, what did you do to me?
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Okay, version 2. I'm gonna eat a soft peppermint. I need to ground myself in the reality real quick. I'm in my room. Here's my bed. Here's my stupid little cane. There is the fan that I sleep with. There are my books. And there's my... There are my walls. There are my stuffies. There is the tower, and there is the tablet. What furniture should I put in this empty room? A hole. Along the wall. Let's put a picture of a horse. I like horses. Maybe I should get a picture of a horse. Light it up a bit. How about LED lights? A table, you need a table. 1935.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
But it sort of is, isn't it?
So okay, he throws it out.
I cannot put this into words.
Comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
I'm so happy I don't have a face cam here. Walk forward. Escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions and remember each step. First, click on this table. Foil frame and click to turn it slightly. For round this room off and on. Okay. Left side sofa, move it over a bit. Alright, touch the shelves. In your prison, these given open. Return the start to be taken back to your prison. Okay. I forgot the first step already. Table.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
Whoa.
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen.
Holy cow.
Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going. And then he hits on something.
Oh.
And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons.
Oh.
This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
prison's actually in it, huh? Whoa. It's open. It's a little world. Telephone booth. A lamppost. Static. You from after you escaped the prison. Yeah, I'm you. I'm British.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
This one too, yes. I was in the escape tutorial. Yeah. What's it like to escape? It's same but different, but it's quiet and it's so overbearingly quiet, but it's so overstimulatingly loud. Sometimes I'll get out and things will be exact same as before. I don't feel like it's the same person at all. Why is there static? Why is there radio? I'm still me. I am myself as a person, but I'm different as a person. Oh. Yes, okay, calm. No, I think I'm the first person to call back. I think I'm fine. What to do? I have to be sincere. It'll make sense. That's exactly what you need to figure out in order to... Oh!
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay.
Oh!
Wouldn't that be nice?
Who can I trust?
So Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself.
There is someone I can... No. Yeah. Oh, no.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Yeah. The doors? Is this transitional space? Guys, I'll take the shut up. That might take the entire house away, so. And some hand the homes.
you'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on.
It's a story.
From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Then could you please clear the table? Okay, so just press E, or click. So C, and then please run to the bedroom and make the bed. Oh. Try to turn out the rug a bit. All the details matter. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? I enjoy it so much as I need it. I feel like kind of combat wrestling just can't be soothed and with, which I guess is about all that matters. Tie a couch, you straighten the pillows on the sofa out of you. Oh. Some go drink over the couch. Hey, Mop, that as long as you're here. Okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No. That's entirely. No! Come on! Should need to be washed, alright. The tub. Is that over here? That's perfect. We're all just human. Scan for the bedroom. If so, put it back on the shelf. Turn these dishes off the table.
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful. I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
I need to clean up my room. There's truth in it. I understand. Books, okay.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Oh. I understand. This is nice. Question! What's your question, soldier?
But, of course, it can't last.
Enjoy this.
The music stops, your companion is gone,
No.
It's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
That's how you stay alive. Okay.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it. This one gets a bit
members only prices. Am I in the dark space? Is it to improve your life? Just get a better job? Just make your relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. Oh, this is a university! So we're actually teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. Right now, what do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know who's so devout person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to me, feel useless, selfish, ungrateful. I tend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your this. Just not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so
About halfway
easy.
through the game, the
Being
perspective
perfect
shifts.
is effortless. Other
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh no. It's perfect. Well, let me tell you right now, if it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. That doesn't feel right. If you're touching yourself, trying to find out solutions to your life, you're not doing it right. Seek out one thing, easiest, simplest path forward. I'm just kidding. Anyone doesn't make sense. There's no truth. There is no path. No. I don't want to go through my life effortlessly. Wait, no. Oh. There is no truth. There is no path. Feel what is true. No. Everyone run! Run!
I fell pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days. This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and
Correct
the
the
last
table.
one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this. And it's not like it's particularly complex. So I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Oh, this is... Whoop-diddy-doo, whoop-diddy-doo. The Lincoln will not be assassinated right up there. You're at a gathering of professionals. Oh no! Wait! No! Start leaning out against this wall. Good, stay right there. This room is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally, because you want to do some work to gain something to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello. That must be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. But I was confident. No. It's really hard to get where you are. That's the lamppost. That's the end. Am I leaving the lamppost? Huh? Whoa.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
No.
The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success. The answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
No way! When it's shipped, tourism keyboards closed. Click to begin the game. Okay, should I just... I'm opening my eyes, I can't do this. Someone get help, there's a giant door and my vision went black. Wait, there's a thing.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Speak thing that's honest. I can't keep making these. Oh!
Like I said, I was getting concerned.
It's draining.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's
talking.
So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him.
I can't figure out this
iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual.
Right.
Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh no.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
6 months? 2010. What? What is this? A tree. Where did it come from? Oh, lovely. Too long to talk to anyone. Oh. I am! What? It tries to really feel empty. Didn't change. It took me to start it again. For a machine. That isn't far. Take me to it, please. I'm.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11.
This is
Now, put
Truth.
yourself in my shoes,
We're
playing.
going to end up there one way or another, right?
His work is exhibiting signs of struggle,
Yeah.
frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder, even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore.
No.
Why? What is it for? Because
Here's puzzle.
from
What do you
my
think?
perspective at the time, and just what I knew of
I
him,
recognize
this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them on
First,
the
you have
internet.
to open the door.
And so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no
Now we
outlet
have
to
to close
ground
the first
himself.
door. Next. I'm supposed to switch here.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You
Wow.
can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement.
Here we are.
Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled
These are
into
just
your work,
words
then
on
if the
some
work ever
walls.
fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Say that your work is fun and easy. Simple and joyous that you love it 100% of the time. Making games is effortless. No. But it wasn't true. Kind of excited to do that so more. But no.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, look,
Just
really
never stop
unhealthy.
creating and you'll never feel
I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games
No,
are
this is
not
helping.
worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create.
And
For him to
it's
suddenly
are
become
worth it
angry
100% of
and
the time.
frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time.
I will be
I don't know how
saved
else
by
to
my work.
I wanted it to stop more than anything. It
Oh.
never felt so rotten. I needed more than I
Crying
had
person.
ever needed anything for this to stop.
Oh.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new
7
game.
months? Okay, ground myself, 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 ground myself. A guard. One machine is waiting for you now. Introduction really like. I intend to be quick. Very good. How the person might have a bit of attention on this one. One thing you know about this machine. It calls itself code. Wait! Wait a second. Wait a second, this is... Oh,
And of course, it's
stop.
the machine.
no. Dark is keeping us alive. I mean, the creations that I must get through every day. I've been so alone. Well, that's so mean, though. Oh, this is so cruel. And the only options are cruelty. I apologize to people on your behalf. No. No. Oh, it's troubling revelation. I'm sure we're not part of it to us. We are stronger than it thinks we are. Oh. Let's show it that we're not failures. No! 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 This is terrible! The gun's back. Alex, you are known forever. Hey! Mr. Reedon, are we sure that...
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings,
No way.
would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
The pleasant
So I
room.
started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games.
Yeah.
The point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Nothing to fear. Oh, and then there's Coda. Oh. Put down your weapon. Okay. Did I do it? No.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good. That I am good.
Yeah.
When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see
Oh.
themselves purely in my work,
This feels wrong.
there's nothing.
I
that
won't
feels
continue.
better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift,
No.
maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much
But
they
you
enjoyed
can't.
his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
No. Hi.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
Yeah.
So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for
Yeah.
several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda.
Oh.
This one is called The Tower, and to my
Oh,
knowledge,
no.
it's the last game that Coda ever made.
No,
So let's take a look.
I don't see a happy ending coming of this.
this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else,
No.
the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
No way.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the level, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Yeah. Bridge, please. I'm not. Oh. Oh man,
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end.
I was present.
But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate.
Yeah.
What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
1, 5. Okay, so I was never gonna guess that. 1, 6. 1, 7.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side.
No.
So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Oh.
But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
There's...
Is that a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution. But I feel it somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Yeah. Yeah,
I asked
get
him
that.
so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Oh. Whoa. Oh, don't tell me this ends with... No.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Ah. Oh.
Where did I screw up?
No, don't. Wait. And you did not.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I?
No.
Because of what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
No.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, it was... I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
I get happier. It's my wishes. The one boundary that keeps me safe. Oh. Stop using my games. Stop adding lampposts to them. What? No. Oh.
And then you
let
stopped.
them be what they
And
are.
I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself.
The thing is, I
And
cannot
as soon
give
as
it to
that
you.
happened,
I
there was
do not
no feeling
have
at
it.
all.
For example, these does not make me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. I think I am Professor Brogan. This is more about you than about me. Or is it this doesn't make any sense to you just yet? It's fine. You're not my problem to solve. But if only it clicks, now you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And you finally see what I'm talking about. Don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work.
No.
Because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work.
Yeah.
But I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please.
Oh no.
Start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Did it Oh, an epilogue. Okay, this is significantly different. It's... Oh...
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm
No.
good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Oh no.
Solution.
Oh.
Solution.
Oh.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
Maybe.
I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Yeah. Didn't seem...
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe. So I assume this is your own
now,
work,
the
not
disease
his.
is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Oh. This is...
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange,
no.
but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like. What now?
Oh no.
I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah?
I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna... Okay.
Yeah, okay. God damn it. This is just... Oh man. Oh. Oh no. This isn't it. This isn't hard, isn't it? Oh. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
Turn back,
Huh?
turn back from this cave.
Oh. Oh.
You said, let me
I-
prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going.
Oh. No, I can't.
And miles and miles. And you're so tired that I
Okay.
know
I meant to ground myself.
So turn back, turn back.
No. Oh no. That's it just... Oh, wow. It's just... Yeah. Oh no. God. I need to start animating again.